All right, men, in this session, we're going to talk about rites of passage. You know, the Maui people of Brazil, when their sons become 12 years old, they take a glove, fill it with bullet ants, which are said to be one of the worst stings of any insect in the world, and they make the boy, wear that glove for 10 minutes straight without crying or screaming. And some people say they actually do it over a period of a year several times. I believe maybe the Aboriginal people of Australia, some Native American tribes, they take their sons, their rite of passage is go into the wilderness and survive for a couple months. Rites of passage. The Jews, of course, had bar mitzvahs, or they do now. Christians, I suppose if you're a high church Christian, a rite of passage would be confirmation. Baptism is a rite of passage, but I am referring to, in our culture, we don't have a welcome to manhood rite of passage. We never tell our sons, hey, welcome to manhood. That's maybe why we have 35-year-olds still living in their mom's basement playing video games. Just saying. In my house, we have a rite of passage. When my sons turn, and I have 5 of them, when they turn 13, all of them have passed this, by the way, we took them to the big knife store in Tennessee, Knife World. We go to the expensive section of the knife store, and they get to pick out a hunting knife made of German steel. We prefer the Hen and Rooster brand. So they get this knife. Then I take it. My brother works with lasers, and he etches with a laser their name and this verse into that knife. 1 Corinthians 13:11. 1 Corinthians 13:11 says, "When I was a child, I spoke like a child and I thought like a child. I reasoned like a child. But when I became a man, I gave up childish ways." That's etched in these knives that my sons now have, and they'll have them forever. A rite of passage, and then we present that knife to our boys. We welcome them to manhood. And so far, so good. All of my pubescent boys act more like a man than many men I know. They're not perfect. They have to be corrected sometimes. And it can be a struggle because they're pretty solid young men, and when you have more than one adult male living in the same household, you can butt heads. The young rams maybe like to butt the older ram every once in a while, see if he still has it. Just let them know you're still the man. And their manhood is confirmed by you, not the world, not TV. The absentee father left urban culture with no father figures at large. And so that urban culture turned to hip-hop artists for their role models. How well did that work out? The worst thing you could do is be a passive father. The worst thing you could do is just turn your kids over to the world and say, when they say you're a man, then you're a man. No, don't let that happen. Announce to them and to the world, you're now a young man. Act like it. We confirm that in your life. Now it's time to grow up. It's time to start acting like a man, learning how to act like a man, and confirm their manhood often. If you have a son that's a hard worker, you better tell him you're the hardest worker I've ever met. If you've got a son that's good at hunting, tell him you're the best hunter I've ever met. Those are words that have come out of my mouth to my sons. I confirmed them in their gift and their talent, and you will see them bloom in whatever God has gifted them with. Bloom in their gifting and in their talents and in their manhood. They're looking to you. They want to hear from you. They want your affirmation. They want your confirmation. So give it to them. Give it to them. And don't be afraid to correct them when they're not acting like a man. If your son is full of bravado and macho machismo and he's trying too hard, tell him you're trying too hard. You're trying to be something you're not. If they act like they've accomplished, if they conquered the world, let them know they haven't. You haven't conquered the world yet. And of course, Dad, be the example. And when you mess up, just go tell them you messed up and apologize. Good night. Maybe that's the best advice I could give. When you mess up, and you're going to mess up a lot, let them know that you screwed up and you apologize. That's not the way it works. That's not the way it's done as a man. and then correct your behavior. Rites of passage, they're important in order to become the man God knows you to be. Amen. Teach your boys how to be a man.